This is a great little soup that I'll put together in a couple of minutes. Very simple ingredients, but a really delicious outcome. And the beauty of it all, if you are a vegetarian, this is a soup for you. Yes, I said the word, but I won't say it again. It is delicious, and I'll show you how I make it even more delicious. I've started off with a mushroom stock here, and I love using mushrooms. Australian mushrooms, they're great. Mushrooms have been boiled away and then I've strained it off. I've added a little bit of soy sauce, but basically it tastes like watery mushrooms with a bit of soy. And this is how I add the flavour to it. I've got here in this bowl some ginger and garlic. There goes the ginger and there goes the garlic straight into the miso. And I'm using a white miso. What I like to do is grab some of the stock here from the pot and pour it over the miso. What I'll do is use the miso as kind of like a stock base. That will give it so much flavour. And with a whisk, I break it up. I usually use a whisk to break it up like this so that I get all the lumps out of the miso and get the garlic and the ginger all mixed together. Once you've broken up most of the lumps, it's just a matter of whisking it together till you get a nice, thick paste. If there's a couple of lumps of miso in there, that's okay. And miso is one of those really nice things to keep in the fridge for emergencies like this, whenever you have maybe a vegetarian coming over for dinner. Not that I ever do, but if you do, this is what you need to have ready for you. You can see that's a lovely paste. It smells great, and all you need to do is pour it straight into the stock. And now it's a mushroom stock. Now, to add some more flavour, I'm using these button mushrooms, white button mushrooms, Australian. I love these. They come from a different family. They're not vegetables. They're fungi or fungi. We always invite a mushroom to a party because he is a fun guy. There's a little joke for you. In they go. And these are raw and sliced. And they're really, really easy to slice. I just grab them like this. The flat part there I put onto the ground or onto the board and slice them all the way through. If you want them really thick, easy to do. If you want them really thin, easy to do as well. But I like slicing them this way because you get to see the closed button. And the beauty of mushrooms like this is when they're closed, they're really easy to work with. And when they grow larger, they become open-cut mushrooms. Now, one of the things with mushrooms is people often wash them under a tap. You don't need to do that. If there's a couple of little bits of dirt on, just brush them off. That's all you need to do. But if they are really dirty, just grab the mushrooms, pop them into a bowl of water, mix them around quickly and drain them off. You don't want to get too much water in there. Now, this is starting to simmer away nicely, and the mushrooms won't take very long at all till they're nice and cooked and soft. Now, this is called tofu. You might not know what it is, but it's basically bean curd that's made into a little log, and then I've sliced it into little cubes. High in protein and really, really good for you. And I'll slide this straight in. You can get lots of different types of tofu, silken tofu, firm tofu like this, and even fried tofu. Nice and delicious. Not that I'll ever repeat that ever again, because I love this stuff. In goes some pepper, a little sprinkle of that, and this is about to come up to the boil. When it comes up to the boil, the mushrooms will be cooked all the way through. By the time they're cooked, I'll add the egg and show you how to finish this off. What a cracking soup. Now you can see my soup is at a rolling boil, which means it's just rolling all the way through. Mushrooms are cooked, and you can see those little bits of tofu floating there. Most importantly, you can see the darkness of that broth. I know it's got lots of flavour, so I'll just have a little taste of it just to make sure. Oh, that's got some punch to it. You can taste the soy, you can taste the mushrooms there in there, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of garlic, and the miso brings it all together. Now it's time to finish it off. I've got some eggs here, and what I like to do with the eggs is just add a little bit of light soy, and I'm going to mix them up with chopsticks. You're making a Chinese-style soup, so it's a good idea to mix the eggs with chopsticks, and that mixes them up beautifully. You can mix them with a fork if you want, but I'm trying to stay in character here. When you put the eggs in, the trick is to pour them in and stir them around with the chopsticks in one direction. I've chosen to turn them right way around, so just turn it around like that and you'll see the egg comes at the top. I'll also turn it off because I don't want the egg to cook anymore, and at the same time I'll throw in some coriander and some spring onion that's been chopped. It's all starting to come together now. Lots and lots of flavour in there. It's just a matter of stirring it around so that you can see everything starts to mix through, and you can see the egg is like nice little strings that have gone all the way through it. So I'll grab my bowl like this and it's time to plate it up. Quick and easy and really, really tasty, and most importantly, really nutritious. You know, when you eat a soup like this, It's going to fill your belly and give you lots and lots of vitamins and minerals and all of those lovely things we like to eat, and even some protein as well. I've spilt a little bit on the side, but it doesn't matter. It's just me in the kitchen, and I'm sure someone will come in later on and clean up for me. So I'll have a little taste of that. Egg, tofu, mushroom in there as well. Very hot and very delicious.